Recently we saw again how celebrating Oscar Week has become a form of religious observance. It's the week when actors, directors and technicians are feted like modern-day saints. Yet in all the hype this year, there was one movie that reminded us of what real heroism looked like. The movie Invictus traces the early days of the presidency of Nelson Mandela in South Africa. And as a person who has visited Robben Island, where Mandela spent 18 of his 27 years behind bars, I watched the movie with tears in my eyes, just thinking about the remarkable character of this man. We've always needed heroes, and we particularly need them now in times of rapid change, because they act as reference points for our values and behaviour. They act as the one landmark that doesn't shift in the midst of changing values and opportunities. But just recently, politicians, celebrities and sports people alike have all felt the heat of public anger here in the UK, largely because their standards of behaviour have fallen short of those we've come to expect of people in the public eye. It may be that, as the UK's Chief Rabbi, Lord Sachs, suggested recently, our vision of morality has shifted from a very private one to a very public one. And so, in a sense, we are getting the behaviour we deserve. Sachs noted that whilst once upon a time morality was thought to be about personal virtue, it is now thought to be about more global issues like solving poverty and hunger and the problems of global warming. And whilst it is important that we have a focus on this global morality, we can't afford to lose sight of what personal virtue means, because he says without personal virtue we cannot build a society of grace. As a community, we should insist on the highest standards of propriety from people who live in the public eye, and we should do it for two reasons. First of all, because their behaviour either reinforces or degrades the values we hold most dear. But secondly, because none of us, no matter how skilled we are at acting, can really leave behind our private values in the car space at work. Whether we admit it or not, we carry them with us into the workplace, and they do affect the decisions we make there, including decisions that impact the wider community. In an age where we're struggling to be seen as tolerant of all lifestyles, we should remember that morality is not just about public virtue, it's also about private choice. You can read my full editorial on this subject and leave your comments at 2020plus.net. Bye for now.